Some fish are legendary, some are sacred, and some will test everything you've got. Across North America, indigenous tribes have fished these waters for centuries, carving traditions, ceremonies, and survival from every catch. Now, we travel deep into their ancestral homelands to uncover stories behind the fish that shape their cultures, and catch some absolute giants along the way. From the raging rivers of the Pacific Northwest to the untouched lakes of the Great Plains, we're hooking into monsters that fed generations and diving headfirst into the traditions that keep them alive today. I'm Robert Jacobo, and this is Indigifish, Tribal Tales. Are you ready to chase something big?
All right, so we got night 2. We're coming in with the sabiki rig, right? We'll definitely get a little bit better sound quality with the microphone a little bit later, but until I put that on, we're back out at the pier, right? So night number 2 here at the pier. Yesterday, I checked with a couple of people that I know, and it was a Spanish mackerel and a rockfish that we were fishing with last night, right? So we caught those last night. Now, remember, we can only ask for one, right? That's the thing that we're looking at. But at the same time, we're out here fishing, guys. So, you know what? It's a win no matter what. But we're going to start out with the sabiki rig and see what we can catch as far as bait. We did pick up some bigger hooks. So if we get like a Spanish mackerel or something like that, we want to use it for bait, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut that up, put it on the bigger hooks, and then cast it back out there with our bigger pole. Right, so but until then, let's just concentrate purely on catching this bait fish, so that way we can go ahead and get our night started. But we're out here at the pier, Redondo, and it's beautiful out here, right? So very nice night. Everything is pretty well lit for the most part, and you know, people just enjoying their time out here fishing as well. So not as packed as it was last night, but it's still going to be a good night. So anyways, guys, I'll keep you updated in just a few. All right, so we've been out here now for about 30 minutes on the sabiki rig. And so just kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm doing here, right, is I'm actually working this just up and down, right? So all you're gonna do with this is you're just working it up and down, you know, mimicking small bait fish that might be in the water, right? Hoping that you're gonna get something like a little mackerel or something like that that we can use for bait. Something small that these guys eat, right? But right now, the sabiki's just not bringing anything in. That's okay. That's just what fishing is, right? So, if anything, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to move to a different type of lure since we're out here, and you know, I'm just going to let it do its thing. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hit up with a nice swim bait. Let's see if anything down deep. Now preferably I would like a white color. It's got a white underbelly, right? But pretty much I'm going to see what we can catch, if anything, on this. What it's got is a nice lead head, right? So that's going to allow it to go down towards the bottom, and then that white flash, it's kind of mimicking like a little bait fish, kind of like when they go down and they kind of rub themselves against rocks and stuff. That's what they kind of do. And then this tail here allows it to flip and mimic a fish swimming in water. So we're going to go ahead and throw that out there. Let's see what we can go ahead and catch, if anything, on this, and then go from there. So all we're going to do is first off, I was having some fun just kind of throwing out my topwater bait here, little torpedo, and this thing, man, when you throw it, it flies. So the one thing is though, on it, the mouth, right, the mouth of this thing, the thing is way in there, so it's a little more difficult to get it in there right away. I happened to just hook myself a little bit earlier. But hey, you know what? That's fishing. That's what it is. Sometimes you get nicked, sometimes they get nicked, right? Just think about the fish when you get one of these big old hooks in its mouth, right? And the other thing is too, I have myself a little swivel, right, with a latch on there. And what that allows me to do is switch these things out really quick. So that way I don't have to spend a lot of time tying up all additional knots and everything like that. And now I can just go ahead and get to fishing. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this guy out there now. Typically on the pier, there's not really a lot of overhead casting that we're gonna go ahead and do, right? But you know, there's not really anybody out here right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Right, get that thing out there, have it swim around, have it sink a little bit, swim around, and let's see what we can get when we're, you know, dragging it in. Right, it's gonna do its thing. We don't have to jerk it around or anything, right? And the only bad thing is that right now there is tons and tons of kelp everywhere. So, and it's nighttime right now, so it's really hard to just be able to see where that kelp is and where it's not. And you know, and as you can see, we're already grabbing grass. So that kind of sucks, but we're just gonna have fun with it. And you know what? See where it goes, right? And like I said, that's fishing. We can ask for one, and if we get it, then that's amazing. If we don't, then it is what it is. It's kind of cool because I can actually feel it moving on the, maybe that was just me rubbing against this hole here. And once again, pulling up more grass. So this might not even be a good method for tonight, just because there's so much kelp out there we can't really even see. And we really have to just ask ourselves if it's worth the risk of losing a lure, right? They're not cheap. They're not necessarily something that we just want to throw around and not have, right? But yeah. So we're gonna probably continue working this sabiki rig to see what we can go ahead and catch. And if we catch nothing tonight, that's okay. You know, just come out here again tomorrow and have some fun. That's the whole point of fishing. Get out here and have some fun. But at the same time, you know, we can have a relatively targeted response too. So now we've hit bottom. So let's go ahead and work it, right? And we can work this swim bait down at the bottom as well and see if there's anything down there that would like to take a bite of it, right? So, but what I'd love to hear from you guys is, you know, for some of you guys that have been fishing, pier fishing or anything like that, you know, I'm into it, but you know, I haven't been doing this for an extremely long time as far as, you know, fishing the pier and stuff like that. So if you guys have any tips or tricks or anything like that, I would love to hear, you know, your guys' advices and stuff to kind of see, you know, the things that work the best and then go from there. Right? Lifeguard boats going by, causing a little bit of wake there. So maybe that might spark up some fish activity, might scare them off. We don't know. It's really a crapshoot, man. You're throwing fake lures or rigs and stuff like that into the ocean, hoping that there's something gullible enough to bite. And also, to you guys, tonight we're not actually going to spend too much time out here. Last night we were out until midnight. Tonight, I'm going to get home a little earlier than previously. I want to be spending my entire evening out here. That lead head just goes straight to the bottom. It's kind of awesome. Once again, we're on that dial reel, and that anti-reverse is just not working right now. So and once again, look at this. We're just coming up with grass and kelp and stuff like that. Earlier I brought up on the sabiki rig a whole leaf of kelp, like a massive strand of it. Yeah. And this is day 3. This is day 3, gang. And we are rocking, right? So I think I might have got some more grass. Yeah. A big thing of kelp. I was able to pull it through. Perfect. Thank you, Foley. It really sucks when you're not able to. The lifeguard patrol boats making their rounds. And let's see if we can't work this sabiki rig a little bit more. Especially with the lifeguard boats kind of coming by right now. It'd be really nice if maybe they sparked up some fish activity. So we're gonna get back to working that one, guys. And we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so we haven't been able to get anything just yet. We're pulling up on 11 o'clock at night here. We're gonna try one more thing. Look at that. You know, someone had left a nice little circle hook right here. So that's a win. But you know what, we're gonna try one more spot on the pier. We're not really supposed to be over there, so we don't want to spend too much time over there, but a couple of the other anglers have said that they've gotten some bites. So if anything, what I want to try to do is I want to see if the sabiki rig can maybe get me some bait fish on that side, and if not, we'll just go and call it a night, get up early first thing in the morning, and then continue our fishing journey then. But yeah, from where we are right now, this front side of this pier, just not getting anything passing by. Haven't even got a nibble just yet on anything. So and then keep in mind too, we're fishing for the bait, so we're not out here with bait. So if anything, let's go over there, let's try it out, and then let's see what we can grab. All right, guys, I'll keep you updated. All right, guys, so It is what it is, right? We skunked out tonight, but you know what? That's day 3. Only day 3, and we went 2 out of 3 days catching fish. So you got to think about it that way. We're batting 33 or 66%, right? So if anything, we got to count that as a win, right? You're not going to always come out here and get them no matter what. So the really cool thing is that we came out here, we tested the waters a little bit. We weren't able to get something on the sabiki rig, but at the same time, we were able to come out here, throw the rod or the reel in or the line in, right? We were able to throw the line in, and we were able to just kind of like be out here, calm waters, beautiful night, right? The weather's perfect. I gotta say, it's not too cold. It's not scorching hot or anything. The wind is blowing, just a slight breeze, but nothing too crazy. And you know, there's fish in there, but it just wasn't our night tonight, and that's all we can really chalk it up to. So if anything, you know, I've heard from a couple of anglers that there's been some bites and stuff like that. I haven't really seen anybody pulling anything in. That could just be some crabs down at the bottom, you know, taking little nibbles here and there, or it could be other fish that are just not getting hooked. So if anything, what we're gonna do, it's 11:15 right now. We're gonna head back, go ahead and get some shut-eye, hit it first thing in the morning and see what we can get it done, and then go from there. So continue with us on some more fishing adventures. We're going to be moving into day 4, and let's see what we can get. We're probably going to start out hitting the surf. What I really want to try is some lures in the surf. I've seen a lot of guys doing it, and so I want to try it myself and see if there's a perfect spot on the beach to where we can really hit those lures. And then if anything too, if we want to concentrate on some bait, maybe some sand crabs as well, and see if we can't catch some stuff out there just to make our day tomorrow, right? So we're moving into Thursday, and then if anything, we're just having ourselves a good time. So join us on some more fishing adventures, guys, and we'll go ahead and keep you updated along the way. So anyways, take care. Have a good one.